about 4 inches of snow. Temperatures are getting ready to cool. So I'm going to take you on the journey. We're going to be driving on I-94 corridor, going on streets, working on turning, and then I can answer any questions you have. When you first get in the car, I like to settle down for a moment and just breathe for a second, right? You got to get yourself mentally ready to go. Now, when you first come in the car, lock your door. Next, you got to put on your seatbelt. It's really important. I'm dressed in layers. I do have a hat. I do have boots. I have layers on, so I'm ready just in case I have to get out and we're stranded. So I want to put my foot on the brake. This is the push to start. Thank God it starts. The cold is very hard on batteries. I'm going to get some other gauges hooked up, and then we can see how much energy is being pulled down by starting a car up. A lot of automotive shops will put a load tester on your battery, and it's the device that will actually test how much cold cranking amps your battery is putting out. So we're going to breathe for a second. I'm going to frame the rear window in the mirror so when I'm driving, I can look up and check the mirror. Next, I'm going to look to my left and I'm going to adjust the passenger side window. I want the door handle in the bottom right corner. Now I'm going to show you a pro tip. I'm going to lean to the right and I'm going to adjust this. In fact, this mirror and this information will definitely help you. I'm going to let this window down. Some snow came in there. All right, here's what it is. Okay, we got our mirrors adjusted. Our seatbelt is on. We had a half a tank of fuel. I don't think this vehicle shows the amps or volts. So I'm going to look left, look right. You can't trust your backup camera. You got to look around. And we want to go out really slow. Now I'm going to put it in drive. And you got to look where you're going. If you see me looking to the left, I'm going to the left. I'm turning my head. Look where you want to go. And then as we turn, I'm going out. You can see the car spinning a little bit too. I'm trying to really take my time. People are getting out of here. And then it's very, excuse me, it's very slick out here. And then we're going to stop for a moment. And then I'm looking left and right. I want to show you. I'm looking left. I'm looking right. I'm going to roll down the driveway very easily. And the car is spinning. So you got to be aware of what's going on. Okay, I'm going to make a right turn. I don't want to slam the brakes. If I do, we're sliding. And that's when you lose control. So I'm going to turn hand over hand into the turn and accelerate out very easily. I see pedestrians down there. I want to stay middle right. I'm going to take my time. And I really want to be aware. And I'm doing some ground viewing because I don't want to hit a huge pothole. And then potholes happen during the freezing and thawing cycle. So we want to be very careful. If you just join me, I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. We have to come up and stop. S-T-O-P. I look left, right, left. And then I gently push the gas and I turn hand over hand into the turn. There's more than one way to turn the steering wheel. There's hand over hand, hand to hand. I'm going to make a left turn on the street. I have the right of way. I see the black car coming out. My blinkers on. And then I'm going to turn in very easily. I don't want to spin out. I'm going to try to stay in the grooves. And I have traction to the left. The groove is to my right, R-I-G-H-T. And the groove is to my left, L-E-F-T. I'm going to go over really slow over this speed hump. I'll go over really easy because this will bottom the car out. Whoa. It is very slick out here because the traction control is definitely pulling power out. I can tell. And you should be able to also. So I'm going to come up and stop. S-T-O-P. And I'm going to wait for it to be clear. And we all have to work together. This is called the highway transportation system. We all share together. I'm waiting. You got to be patient. And if you're not patient, you will crash. I'm still waiting. And I'll pull in behind this burgundy F-150. And then I'll turn out. It's a lot of snow and ice. Just got a little heat on the window. Hopefully your day was good. Had a pretty good day. We didn't have a lot of clientele today, so it was kind of slow, but we still had a lot of work to do. over the next few days, a lot of people are not going to come in. They're going to call off. I'm coming up to the edge, checking traffic. It's clear. I'm going to make my right. Oh, someone got hemmed up. Police situation. Stop playing. Playing. Come on, they're from Florida. Whew. All right, we're on the ramp. This is a short ramp. This is I-94 corridor. We're going to roll right out. We're going to take our time. This is a great merge. You're going to learn this. So I'm lifting my foot. I'm going to get in behind this red Sierra GMC. And then, boom, I'm in there. First lane, smooth, S-M-O-O-T-H. I really want to take my time, kind of settle down. Nope, I'm going to stay here. I'm not a rapid lane changer. The middle lane is really the smooth lane, but I'm okay for now. We're at about 40 miles an hour. It was a lot of snow this morning. We're expecting even more over the next few days. And if I was driving the Tesla, one day I will, the battery is about 30% down from what it normally is. But when you teach adults and teens how to drive, you're doing a lot of stop and go traffic, and then you'll have the brake regeneration. If you didn't already do so, I had a chance to drive a Cybertruck, incredible. Learned a lot about technology and how it will help the next generation drivers. And it will help you by teaching you best practice. We learn by doing. So the self-driving will have to come off. You're going to have to manually drive that car. And also I want to give a shout out to Alex Eviato. He's in Utah. Alex, one day I will be coming down there to buy, I think it's a Model 3 Performance. And then I want to get a Model 3 long range, because we're trying to teach adults and teens how to drive. And I'm very appreciative of everything you talk about. You teach us a lot about cars, and hopefully one day I'll get on there when you're live, and then we'll make a deal. Okay? So we're trying to take our time, maintain good speed. I'm not trying to over accelerate, because if I accelerate like now, I'm going to hit the Tesla. I don't want to do that. We're at 40. Breathe. Take my time. If you just popped in, I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. We're talking about freeway driving. This is the MASTERCLASS. Welcome aboard. Cruising about 50 miles an hour. The temperature is 31 degrees, but still have a lot of snow in some areas. So I'm just trying to take my time and just be patient. And that's one thing I need all of you to do, is just be patient in your journey of learning how to drive, and watch these videos, ask questions. I answer all of your questions because I really want you to be successful. I have a segment 2 class I'm teaching tonight, and we'll be doing the test in the classroom. We're between 50 and 55, which is fine. If you were driving with me, I would have you in the first lane. You have to learn how to turn on the windshield wiper blades. Just be patient. We're almost at about 60. It was very challenging this morning. The roads were very slick. I went live earlier. Very slick. We were traveling on the expressway about 35 to 40 miles an hour. This is about 12 to 15 miles an hour faster. It appears that no one is in a really hurry to drive. Back off a little bit, get over one lane to the left, L-E-F-T, take my time. I'm trying to keep a good following distance. I lift my foot, I can tap my brake. We don't want to tailgate. I'm at about 60. See this truck to our left kind of flying here. Silverado LT. That snow blowing off, you had to clean your vehicle off. So if one vehicle speeds, another one is going to speed now. This is crazy dangerous, all this debris. So people just don't care. And I don't feel safe being behind them. So they're just cutting through traffic, slicing it up. And this is how accidents happen. I'm trying to be as smooth as possible. We're about 65. There are out-of-town driver from Florida. Looks like this driver ahead of us is from Texas. So whenever you see out-of-town drivers, give them room. Who am I? I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. And this is long-form content of us driving in the area. I'm at about 55 miles an hour. There's a semi-truck on our left flying. I'm at about 60. They're just closing on me really fast. I do recommend a dash cam. That could be your saver. You'll see the semi truck coming up. You'll hear it. So I'm just trying to keep space. I see this car from Texas. I see the semi truck. It's a little stressful. Excuse me. I'm trying to keep a good following distance. We're at about 55 miles per hour, mph. In Texas, they have 5 lanes, a lot more trucks, cattle, oil industry. There's a huge immigrant population. No hate. This guy doesn't even have a blinker. What is he doing, man? So I'm confused. This guy's got multiple vehicles, multiple things on there. I'm really confused by what he has on there. We're at about 65 miles an hour. You see that car from Texas, right? That's out of lane, that Mazda 3. We also had a really nice, I don't feel safe around them. I'm gonna change the lanes. They could have been driving all night. So we're gonna keep it moving. Sometimes when you drive a long time, you have highway hypnosis. Now we're at about 75 right now. We're using more power, more energy. Things are moving faster. I like to cruise between about 65 and 70. Smooth, easy, nice, relaxed drive. But if you got to push, you're going to be pushing more into cars. People don't have time to react. And if we hit the left in this ice, the snow, we're going to hit the wall. So I don't even want to think about that. If you just joined me, I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. This is a long form content that we put together to train you how to drive on the expressway. I'm going to go in really easy in this turn and be smooth. If we hit this ice and snow to the left, we're going to hit the wall. And over time, this window will get dirty. And one time driving to Wisconsin, I had a terrible, you see how bad it's getting now? Okay. And it was just so bad. How bad was it? Couldn't see. So a lot of people take for granted using the windshield wiper blades, I need you to stay on top of your automotive maintenance. And just being patient. And that's why you need to stay on top of your oil changes, your windshield washer fluid, wipers, tires, rotations, brake pads, cabin air filter, because you want your car to be reliable for you. I'm trying to lock in and stay smooth for about 75 miles an hour. Not many people going much faster than this. No need to. Because if you're going to Chicago, if you're going to Detroit, if you're going to Iowa, if you're going to Texas, you know, we'll go through Arkansas. Arkansas has very strict speed limits too. Got to try and get a charge there, get a case, called a case, but we got them out of it. So just do the right thing. Be safe. Be smooth. We're in the left lane because of the yellow line, and if we were all the way to the right, we would have the white line. These lines should discourage you from changing lanes, and I am turning the wheel quite a bit. I'm trying to have good speed control, to take my time, stay smooth. I'm looking around the curve. Yes, you will usually 10 days you'll be getting your digital certificate once your paperwork is turned in. Every driving school is different. You have to turn in your drive card, your test, attendance roster. So I really try to get those things in, so to get our clients out there on the road. About every 6 weeks, I have a new set of students, anywhere from 15 to 20. I do about 300 students a year. Just depends. If I want more, I can get more, but we're trying to be as consistent as possible. We're all human. We get tired, people get sick, car breaks down, cancellation of schools or churches or colleges. So the weather's been very sporadic. Mango Orange Charger, we had a good discussion about those. The GT's very popular. Thank you for the thumbs up. Because the reality is, a lot of you listening, you can't afford a Scat Pack. It's about $65,000. You can't afford a Hellcat. $85,000 to $95,000. And then the maintenance, the tires, the Pirellis, the brake pads, the Brembo brakes. And then a lot of people get those cars and just dog them out, run them into the ground, doing 160, 170. Because I was interested in purchasing a track hog. I had a 2014 SRT. I was already negative because I bought a 2012 SRT Jeep, nice, but it had the wrong tires on there. The tires were dry rotted, and it just wasn't what I was looking for. So I found one in another state. That's where my mistake started. No cap on Canadians, but it was from Canada. I live in the United States. Then it was still under warranty. Then we had a lifter failure inside the motor, and that started a series of events. 5,000, 9,000, 3,000. So long story short, I made a $12,000 profit. Ally said I missed a payment. Did not. I had a 721 credit rating. The next time I checked, it was 638. So by that time, I decided not to purchase a vehicle. I had one picked out, a Sierra, turbo, nice, volcano red, leather. It was really nice, but we made the decision to pay bills. So you want to stay in your price point. Cars are very expensive. And I read a lot of your comments. You love the content, but you can't afford that car, right? And I get it. No one wants to have a 600, 500, 300, 900. I had a $999 payment. It was always late. It was 1,006, 1,014. Seems like I could never catch up. I was behind in 2 months, in 1 month. So I was always behind, and that's a lot of pressure. Okay, I'm going to get over one lane to the right, R-I-G-H-T. See, I'm moving pretty fast. I got to slow down. I tell you these stories because you need to understand the journey and the struggle. And then the transfer case broke. That was a series of events. That was about a $4,000 item. I had to wait months and months and months and months and months. It was just terrible. So once we got it fixed, I decided to keep it under 75,000 miles. And then I was able to kind of shop the SRT Jeep around. Some people wanted to give me 8. Some people wanted to give me 9. So my best price was about $11,500. And then we sold. I do have some videos. What they did, they just detailed it, buffed it out, cleaned it up. I have all the receipts. So it was a bittersweet experience. So the next person hopefully enjoys it. But those vehicles are very high maintenance. And that's what a lot of you don't understand. I'm looking, checking. This is the clover leaf. And we want to take our time, T-I-M-E. And then I'm going to get over one lane to the left. You see me checking blind spots. And I want to back off. I'm going to squeeze the brake, and I want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. And these days, when it's cold, wet, or rainy, you're going to need a vehicle. So you might as well lock me in, subscribe, follow, because you're going to learn. I am a state certified driving instructor. We do have digital products. Click the link in the bio. We've sold about 14 digital products to help you learn how to drive. I've had about 9 coaching calls, so I definitely want you to lean into those because it will definitely help you. We're going to take a different way. We're going to deal with more traffic. The speed limit's 50, but we're at 35 miles an hour. So the conditions change rapidly. Always want to be prepared. Safety is no accident. Get over one lane to the right. I'm going to make a right, R-I-G-H-T, a right turn at the light. Squeeze up. I see him. I'm going to run him over. Okay, I'm taking my time. Looking ahead. Patient. And nearby fast food establishments, King of Burgers, Taco Bell, White Castle Fire Burgers, Golden Arches. People are sticking French fries in their nose. I know, it's crazy. But you really got to be careful. You really got to be careful. And scan and look. And really, that fast food's not really that good for you. So, new year, new you. Right? That's what I want to say to all of you. And you're new by just enjoying and learning. And I'm just gradually getting into the throttle and taking my time. I need you guys to lock in and subscribe. I need you to leave comments. I want to say I appreciate you. We're going to continue to keep it moving.